Good morning, everybody. We're here live to do a kettlebell and bodyweight low impact workout. This is a full body routine, but it's also, there's no jumping, so it's really suitable for a lot of people. The only thing that I would say about it is that there is some kettlebell skill work, but I'll give you some alternatives to those exercises. I'm talking about like the clean and press and the high pull that you may not be proficient in yet, but there's always a way around it. There's always ways to do it. Now, hopefully you've had a chance to download or at least go and look at the workout on the link below this video if you're on YouTube right now. So we're doing a 9 intervals or sections before we get to like the second round. So we're running through all of them first. And those are tactical reverse lunge. Then we're doing clean and press on the right, clean and press on the left, sumo deadlift, high pull right, high pull left, plank climber, figure of 8, and then two-handed swing to finish with. Any members of Equip with Strength who are here, we did this about, I feel like it was maybe a few weeks back. We did this repeat from month 6, and it's a good one. Like, I think a lot of people really enjoy it, and that's why I wanted to do this on the channel here. So let me know where you're at. Like, tell me where you're watching from if you're here live, and even after the fact, if you're watching this replay, just let me know where you are. And the difference is, for anyone who has done this one before with me, the only difference that we're doing with this is actually changing up the intervals. So instead of 25 for rest and 35 for effort, we're actually increasing the intensity a little bit today by doing a 20 seconds of rest and 40 seconds of effort. We're doing 9 cycles and then taking about a 90-second break in between rounds. And then we repeat that again for a second round, and then you're free to leave at any point. If 2 rounds is enough, if 1 is enough, then go ahead. Like, that's plenty. I'm going to be doing 3 rounds, so it gives you like a 27-minute workout. And it's a nice pace. It's not too killer because you don't have those jumps, but you are getting at least some strength work with our reverse lunges and sumo deadlift, and then obviously the plank climber is a little bit of a hybrid between cardio and strength. And core is all like a nice little combination one. So I see some comments there coming through, and I will run back and forward to see. I wish I could have a big screen up here so I didn't have to run over to the computer so much. But let's start. I'm actually going to just show you what these exercises look like just really quickly, and then we'll do a warm-up, and that means other people can join, like if people are running a little bit behind. So the tactical reverse lunge, you're starting with your kettlebell on one side, and then you're going to step back. You're going to pass it from the forward leg into the middle of the body, and then out the other side as you step forward. Then you're going to step back with the other side. Basically just weave it through as you're lunging, like this. Okay? Then I'll keep that for the clean and press. So our clean and press, you're going to do single arm, going into your clean. You can go from a swing position here, and then snap your hips and bring the kettlebell up. You're vertical, keeping your elbow close to your side. Then you're basically going to drop the kettlebell, flip it over, and then guide it into a back swing again. So you're going back into the swing and snap up again. So you're not throwing the kettlebell way out the side, and it's not coming away out far. That's why you want to keep your elbow in. So essentially you're just moving as if you're in a chimney. Just imagine you're standing in a chimney and you have no room, and you have to get the kettlebell into position in that very little space. That was a great tip that I learned way back. Okay, sumo deadlift then, with 1 or 2 weights. You're going to take a really wide stance, toes pointed out. Then the weight is going to be in the middle. You're going to then basically a squat. The hips are maybe slightly higher, chest up obviously. You're going to drive down with the feet, pushing the floor away, and standing and then lowering with the legs. So you don't want to tap it, so that you're getting the most from this and you want your legs to do most of the work. Then that's why I say chest up. So as you're driving forward, and then on the way down, don't get lazy, keep yourself chest up even on the way down, okay? Now some people will maybe make it more of a hinge and the shoulders maybe more forward, and that's fine. but you want to make sure that your legs and hips are doing a lot of this work. High pull. So with the high pull, you are doing a single arm swing up here, and then you're actually going to pull the weight in, keeping your wrist straight, leading back with your elbow. You're going to work the upper back with this one, and then you're going to actually punch out and then go into your second swing. So it's going to look like up, pull, punch, and down. Pull and push out. Pull in, push out, and then swing. Okay. Now, as I said, I was going to offer alternatives. The clean and press, you can do a push press, or you could just do the clean if you wanted to practice that. You didn't want the combination, or you don't like presses for whatever reason, then I would say opt for a press, because when you come to the high pull, the alternative I would suggest is either a bent over row, single arm, then swap sides, or you could do a single arm swing. So on one side and then the other. Oh, plank climber. This is always death. So you're in your plank on your forearms, then you're going to press up with one hand, up into a high plank, then you're coming back down, and then you're going to step back up with the other side. Just alternating side to side. Okay. Take a wider stance with your feet for more stability if you find you're rocking side to side a lot. Figure of 8 is our static position squat. Wide stance, bit like your sumo deadlift. You want to try to be low down. This is hard to be low with this because you're weaving the kettlebell through your legs like this. And if you're like, you know, if you've got a longer set of legs on you and a shorter torso, then you're probably going to bend. You're not going to be able to get into such a squat. If you're the opposite, you may be able to get into more of a squat, so you can weave in that deeper squat. All right, two-handed swing. Then you can start from the floor or from the top, just whatever's easiest to get your swing in the right position. I say start at the top because if you're not really proficient at the swing or it's something you're kind of working at, then I would say prioritize the hinge, the hip hinge, and that works better from the top because when you start the swing, you actually start in a slightly different position. I would start in this position, but then I would be swinging in this position. So it's kind of different. And so I think sometimes people get a little bit stuck with the first position that they were in and they tend to go into more of a squat then. So start either from the floor if that's fine, or start at the top and just gradually let the arms push you back, snap forward with the hips, and then build up that position. And then all you need to do really is learn from the ground. But it still means you can get something from the swing and work on your hip hinge. Okay, so those are our exercises. And we will start now into our warm-up. There's a good chance I'm going to put the fan on in here because it's so humid. But there'll just be a hum in the background. Let me just double check these comments. Limerick. Way down. A local from sort of local where I used to live. Bit of a difference, but so anyway, that's good. We've got somebody from Ireland. Let's get into our warm-up. So I'm going to start with some bodyweight exercises. Nothing too crazy. We want to just warm up, prepare, not exhaust ourselves. So let's start with some bodyweight squats to begin. And you're just going to go to your comfortable depth. Gradually build up the depth if that's fine for you, or the speed as we get more warmed up through the knees. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Bodyweight squats, 10 of these. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5, sinking down between your legs, 6, chest up, 7, feet planted on the ground. Last one, and shake those legs out. Now this time we're going to either take a step if you have room to walk about. Now take a step, reach around for your foot and pull on the foot toward the butt to get a stretch through the quad. Let it go, step, and do the other side. So you're just kind of alternating which side you're stretching. You can do this like I'm going to, which is in one spot. So we're doing 10 of these in total. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So 1, Bringing your knee in close so it's not way out here. Bring it in line with your hip. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake the legs out. Now from here, we're going to do a little bit of a hamstring stretch. So a dynamic stretch, so you're not actually staying in position, you're going into a stretch and then straight out of it. So wide stance, you're going to flop over, a little bit of a hinge, but then let the back and head flop all the way down to the floor or toward that direction. And just feel the stretch at the back of your legs. If you can tap the floor, then come back up. We're doing 10 of these. And again, you want to kind of build up your depth and your speed if that's possible. Don't go into discomfort like with the stretch. Just let it, if you feel, oh, it's a stretch, and then come out of it. All right, 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now from here, we're going to walk out on our hands and we're going to do some hip mobility. Okay, walking out. So you're going to bring the right foot up toward the right hand, sink the left knee down and place the foot down on the top of the foot so you're flat. Then you're going to wave around to the right, follow around with your eyes, then come back around with the arm, and then sweep that leg back, bring the other leg up the other side, bring the right leg down flat now, and then wave around to the other one. And we're going to do 4 more of these in total. Back to the original side. That's 1, 2, 3, last one, and 4. Now, walk the hips up into a pike, up on your tiptoes, way up, and then sink the heels right down. Bring your up on your toes again, way as high as you can go, and then sink those heels down as far as they'll go. And then pedal those calves. Just giving the calves a little bit of a stretch. And then walk your hands back up, slowly back to position again, and rest there. Now one of my favorite exercises to warm up around the shoulders is the kettlebell halo. You want to choose a lightweight for this. I'm going to use my 10 pounds kettlebell, my mini one, and then my 2-year-old loves to lift. So you're going to hold the kettlebell probably upside down is usually a better way to do it, and pass it around the back of your head in one direction. We're going to do 8 one way and 8 the other way. I may do 10 because sometimes I miss. I can't count. So in 3, 2, 1, it can be a light kettlebell or a dumbbell as well if you don't have anything as light as this. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And shake out the arms. Now if you need to, I think you can pause this live, I think. So if you need to, you can pause this, and if you need to do more of a warm-up, go on ahead. But otherwise, just take your time through the first round or the first few exercises and let that be a specific warm-up for the workout. So anyway, let's grab a drink. Oh, I'm going to have to put on this fan. It's like 25, 26 degrees Celsius. Here it's like 80 something humidity, so you can imagine it's very hard to work out in. Alright, so I apologize for the noise, but I think you can maybe get used to it in the background. Okay. Totally stalling this. I always do this. It's like, oh, am I ready to do this workout? Let's do this. So again, start off with a fairly easy or doable weight, and then you can gauge how much, or if you're familiar with these, go for it in the first round, and then you can adjust as you go. But any beginners out there, or kind of newbie-ish to this, then go easy on yourself, like, because it is kind of intense. These intervals 20-40, that's tough. Okay, ready? The first beep you'll hear will be just a setup, that's a rest, and that allows us to set up, and then we get into it in the next beep. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. So I will face the mic, so maybe you can hear me over the fan. 10 seconds. In 3, and off we go. Stepping right back, sinking down, and then weaving that kettlebell through the legs. You can also do bodyweight lunges or squats for this interval. Keeping your weight through that front leg. Keep that front foot flat, big toe down, so that you improve your balance. 10 seconds left. Last 2. Already. Clean and press. 10 seconds. So clean and press, or clean and push press, or push press, or just clean. 3 seconds, getting ready for your first swing into the clean. Okay, swing back, zip up into the clean, and then up into the press. Keeping that elbow close, zip, use your hips, press up and down. Really try to utilize your hip snap here. Make it easier on you into this racked position. 10 seconds left. Last 1, and rest. Walk it out a little bit. 10 seconds. This rest is going way quicker. Even that 5 seconds is just, okay, 3, 2, 1, other side. So you want to make sure that you're in a good standing position, nice and stable, before you start to press. Catch the kettlebell in your fingers as you're going into your back swing. 10 seconds. Last 2, and rest. Okay, what's next? Okay, sumo deadlift. 10 seconds. I'm using one weight for this. And 3, wide stance, into your position, hips down, chest up, drive, and then down. Just tap and go if you can. If you need to reset every time into your form, that's fine. Using your hips, so squeeze your glutes, squeeze away and push down on the floor. Last 10. Last 3. And rest. Now we have our high pull. 8 for me. Or you could be doing your single arm swing. 3 seconds. Off we go. So just swing, snap, and pull, push out. Pull in, keeping your wrist as straight as you can. really guide it down so it's not pulling on your forearm too much. 10 seconds. Oops. Try to get that height. Shoulder height. Snap those hips. And rest. You really have to have 10 seconds, a really good hip snap, because when you pull back you want it to be fairly weightless. 3 seconds, other side. Off we go, snap those hips and in. Trying to keep the wrist so it doesn't go backward, although that's hard sometimes. Okay, we're in 8 seconds left. Well, a few more reps. Last 2. Rest. Now the part I'm dreading. Plank climbers. 10 seconds. In, into your plank. And off we go. So you can do these from your knees as well when you get too tired. Seconds. 3. Rest. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, that's killer. Okay, so now we're doing our figure of 8. Okay, get into your squat position, wide stance. 3. And away we go. Start weaving and looping the kettlebell out round the front, over the top of your legs. Trying as much as you can to keep the weight into your legs so you're using your legs, right? That's what this is for. If you feel this in your lower back, then you might be bending over a little bit too much or moving too much through the torso. 5. Last 2. 1. Oh, the quads. Okay. Our swing, 2-handed swing. In 5. And away we go. So wait, let your arms push you back. Then snap forward, hitting the kettlebell with your hips all the way up to the top. 10. 3. And rest. So we're going to take a breather. Let the heart rate come down a bit. Get yourself a drink. And then we'll regroup in, I was going to say in 90 seconds, but my phone will do it. Do a timer on this. Timer. Okay. give us a chance just to kind of, I call it recharge a little bit for the next round. So at this point, I always like to think about what I could go up in and what I might go down in for the next round. And sometimes you forget how hard it was, and you think, oh, that exercise right at the beginning I could have done more, and then, but at this point that may not be possible. So just have an option to go up and an option to go down. It gives you that sort of contingency built in. All right, see where we're at. All right, about 30 seconds left, and we're going to start back into our tactical reverse lunge. Yeah, this one is as hard as I remember it. It's harder actually because of the interval change. We have 15 seconds. So we'll start getting set up here. 10. In 5. And we'll start into this one. Okay. So the next beat, we start. Actually, that was longer than 90 seconds. So I had 20 from that one. Let's see how we go. Increasing the weight a little bit in 3 seconds. And off we go. If you're struggling with balance, then just really focus on keeping your front leg really stable. That means gripping maybe a little bit with your toes. Okay, coming up on 10 seconds left. Whew. And 3. Ah, that's a tough one. Okay. Clean and press. Or clean and push press. In 5. And off we go. If you need to rest in between reps, do so in the rack position. And if you need to go into push press, that's fine too. 10 seconds left. 5. And rest. So you have to strike a balance between being challenged and having the quality there. And 2, so that you're not basically compromising your form too much. So now we push press. Ready? 10. So a couple more reps. And we're done. That one. Sumo deadlift. Five. Okay, set it up. Off we go. Nice wide stance. 15 seconds left. Getting there. That's 5. Starting to kill me now. And rest. Oh, high pull. Stick with the light weight. 3. And off we go. Really lead back with the elbow. If you need to do a few single arm swings in between, that's fine. 10 seconds. Nearly there. Last 2. And rest. Oh. It's funny, I'm like totally regretting doing 3 rounds of this right now. 5 seconds. But we can do it, right? Off we go, other side. Should I demoralize you and say halfway? Only halfway. Okay, 10 seconds left. Nice steady pace. 3. And rest. Oh my goodness. And we're not done yet. 3 more to go. We'll do a plank climber. In 3, and up we go. Keep your hips down. 10 to go. And we're done with that one. Only 1 more round of that to go. Alright, figure of 8. And 10, or no, 5 actually, into position. Now off we go. Nice steady breathing. Just try to load into the hips a little bit too, so you're not all in the thighs. It might make it easier to withstand the time. 10 seconds. 5. Oh my goodness. Last killer. Oh. This is not easy. Okay, doing 2-handed swing coming up. And off we go. If you want to do more shallow hinges, that's fine. You could build it up at the end in the last 10 seconds or so, which is now. 5, and rest. How's everyone holding up? Start our timer here. Oops. Here we go. Coming over. You see the shit of me. Oh god. Let's see. Oh, where are we? We have a few on. Oh, it's fun. I'm telling you. Okay. About a minute or so until we get into this. If you have any questions, by the way, go ahead and ask, because I'll answer them at the end if you have any. I'm glad of this break. So, one of the good things about this workout is if you download the PDF, you'll see that I basically have a plan A, a plan B, and basically a plan C as well for ways to do this workout in different, different time frames, so that you have some way of being active even though you might be really busy and sort of struggling to do longer workouts. So plan A is obviously to do it like this. Plan B is to use each 3 exercises. If you just take that 3 away, so tactical reverse lunge, clean and press, that's like a wee workout, and you just do 3 rounds or 2 to 3 rounds of that as a workout. And maybe later in the week you might be able to do another wee 3, and that would be the next 3 exercises. I've designed it in a way that every 3 slots is a complete workout. So you're kind of working something. And if you did that throughout the week, you're hitting all body parts and you're still getting a decent workout. It may not be as long as you think it should be, but the point is, if consistency is the problem, then making consistency easier ultimately is going to lead you to the same place as if it was longer, but it's not sustainable, right? Alright, so let's start this other timer, and we'll start back into our 3rd round. And as I always say, like, if this is the point where you want to stop and cool down and stuff, go ahead, that's fine. We've done 2 rounds and that's plenty. 10 seconds, we're doing our tactical reverse lunge. Final round. Whew. And off we go. Okay, 40 seconds is a long time. That's no joke. Okay, 10 seconds. And okay, that's killer. All right. To think, like years ago, I used to do 45 effort and 15 rest. That's just nuts. Okay, 5 clean and presses. And away we go. I'm back down to my 12 now. Being sensible in this heat. Okay. 10. A few more reps. Okay, 5 reps, or 5 seconds, sorry, 5 reps. Rest there. You imagine if you're dying and I say 5 more reps. All right. In 5. Off we go. Remembering to try keeping the kettlebell really close on the way up and the way down. Seconds left. We need rest too. Last 3. Rest. Okay. Where's this? Next one, sumo. Alrighty. 5. Into position for sumo deadlift. And away we go. Oh. Why are we only at 15? Right. Then we're nearly done. This is our last round. 10. Rest. Oh goodness. Okay, high pull. Eight seconds. 5. And away we go. Final high pulls. High pulls always start out easy, and then it's just like, oh, when are these going to end? I promise, I do love working out. It just fluctuates. 10. Come on. Last 3. I'll rest. Whew. Okay. In 3 seconds, other side. There we go. Halfway. Keep your hips snap strong and you'll be grand. 5. I'll rest. Whew. Plank climber. Shake my head. This plank climbers. 5 seconds. And off we go. Seconds. Last 10. Come on. 2 more reps. Last 3, 2, 1. And I have a love-hate relationship with plank climbers. Okay, figure 8. 12. In 3, 2, and oops, off we go. Oops. Only 1 more exercise to go after this, and then we'll do a quick cool down. My legs. Think about something else. Think about something else. 10 seconds left. And we're done. Oh. That certainly challenges you. Okay, swing and then we're done. Oh. And off we go. If you're struggling with the swing, always go back to timing. Arms push you back, hips snap forward. 10 seconds. Even if it's just a little swing. 5. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, we're done. Oh my God. Okay. Walk it out a bit. Just let the heart rate come down. Get the breathing normal-ish. And we'll do our cool down in just a second. I'm going to check the comments and then we'll start into our cool down. Got beetroot face here. Heart from Turkey. So, who else is on here? Beetroot face from Pennsylvania. Here. Whew. Alright. Let's do, let's see, we'll start with our quads. Alright. Either standing, doing this, lying face down and doing this, or we'll kneel, half kneel, and guess what, we do this. This one you might feel it more. So as I always talk about bringing the hip under the shoulder, you might feel it pretty much here, especially if you squeeze the glute a little bit, you might feel it more at the front here. To increase the stretch, then you just reach around, grab your foot and pull it in, and just hold it, like don't be grimacing into this stretch. Should be stretchy, but not like, oh my goodness, I can't stand this. Just a little bit at a time. Breathe and relax. This is all about relaxing and bringing your state back to normal, and hopefully feel a little bit good and accomplished other side for showing up and doing something, whether it was a whole thing or not, doesn't matter. If you showed up, then your effort for that counts, especially if as I've said, your goal is consistency. Then at this point, don't matter about really anything else. Like just doing something consistently is a good foundation. All right, so feet out in front. Let's do a little bit of hamstrings. So it's just feet out in front. This may be enough, right? Depending on how tight the back of your legs are. Now you can stretch by leaning forward And you can then tuck your head down and round forward a little bit with your back. You might feel that in the hamstrings. And now you can either sit back up before you do the calves, or you can include the calves at the same time. So you might want to just pull the toes up towards you, and you'll feel this more of a stretch from the bottom. And then if you lean forward a little bit, then you'll feel that. And then just rest, relax. Now from here, you want to bring your right foot over your left leg onto the outside of, around your, just above your knee. And then from here, you want to place your left elbow on the outside of your right knee and then look over your right shoulder. And from here, keep your legs in this position, but then bring your left foot under your right hip. Okay? And now you're kind of crisscrossing, and this is a tough enough position to get into. Bring up your right foot over, and just so that you're going to feel this in around the hip. Now you can actually just sit on the bench and place your foot up over, or you can lie on your back and cross your leg over like that. In a seated position on the floor is kind of nice. And all I do here is just rest. I might rest my hands on my knee just to push it down a little bit, but I let it be passive, like I'm not forcing it. I'm just relaxing. Now let's do the other side. Feet out in front again. This time left foot on the outside of the right leg. Then we're going to place our right elbow on the outside of our left knee and look over our left shoulder. Get a bit of rotation. And now bring that right foot up underneath your left hip, and then just place the left foot up, or left leg up and over. The knee falls down. You can rest your hands on this side and just let that relax. All your cool down has to do is just let you relax, release the tension, and if stretching helps you do that, then you can stretch. If you're not that keen on stretching, you don't have to stretch. I always think I don't like stretching, and then I stretch and I think, oh, actually it does feel better. It does feel kind of nice. Okay, so arms behind, just on the small of your low back, around the sacrum. Roll the shoulders back, chest out, and then push your hands down. Straighten them. If you want to pull it out, you can. Depends on your shoulders, on your mobility there. You might get a stretch across the front of your shoulders, chest, a bit into your biceps maybe, if your arms are straight. And shake it out. And we're done. So, let's see where we're at time-wise. Not so bad. Within the hour, we finished that. So I'm planning on doing more of these workouts live, sort of figuring out a bit of a schedule so that I can, let me turn the fan on. So that this could be a way to kind of get back into posting some workouts again, and a few other pieces of content will come up on my YouTube channel, just answering questions that people have typically. And because I think sometimes one of the things when you're searching for things about fitness and exercises and mobility and like how many times or what day I need to, like we kind of get really focused on details and trying to get all the details right. And sometimes, in fact, most of the time, many of those details don't really matter as much as they seem to. And if those details are tripping you up, like those are the things that you're not sure because you're not sure you're doing enough because you're not doing all the details, then like when you rather know that you're doing enough and not doing those details, like if you don't have to do all of those things, and if you're not doing all, like you're still doing enough, like if you're showing up and you're being consistent. And so I'm going to kind of answer questions from that angle, like in the big picture, does it matter if you don't do this? But if you do want to do it, here's how to do it. So feel free to ask me any questions, anything you're not sure about. Like you can search on the internet. There's always an answer to everything out there, but sometimes the answer is just incomplete. It doesn't give you that. Everything's kind of black and white, but there's a lot of gray, and just finding what's right for your life ultimately, because you have to start with what kind of life you want and then fit your fitness into that. So anyway, let's see who's on. I see another comment there. Skip is here. Thanks for the class. Been following you on for years. My first live class. Picked up some nice details. You're welcome. You're welcome, Skip. So hopefully I'll be back soon. I will be posting like pre-recorded stuff through the week, but so keep an eye out for that. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe and get the wee notification bell thing, just so you don't miss, you know, when I do post a workout or something else. And yeah, you'll see the plan. If I'm planning another live, then I'll let everyone know. So thanks for showing up. I'm just going to scuttle over here and turn off the live. I'm not yet sophisticated enough to have it on auto stop, so I have to always come up to the camera. Well, thanks for showing up, everyone, and I'll see you again soon.